what specialties are you guys providing in your programs? And also, what are you teaching the other companies that want to upskill their employees? Because you mentioned earlier, upskilling is a big thing. Cybersecurity, you mentioned that. Huge thing that's been on the topic of concern on this show, which is that these fields are completely lacking in numbers. There's not enough labor force to handle the amount of jobs that are opening all the time. And so when you think of like how you're bringing people up, bringing women up to learn these skills, to continue to add, you mentioned before that 50% dropout rate at the 10-year mark. Obviously the goal is to keep people in these fields. What makes Women Who Code, I guess, special in your words?
Yeah. So what we're doing is approaching it in three ways. First, we are providing that technical content and technical training, and we are also providing leadership development. So women, they face, bias and going from that individual contributor to their first leadership role because they have to prove that they have the skills. There's a bias against promoting them based on their potential, where men get often promoted based on their potential and women are getting promoted based on demonstrated skills. And so we create a space for those close to 2,000 talks. Many of them are being delivered by incredible technologists who just happen to be diverse women. And so it's a space for you to become a role model, elevate your profile, connect as a leader in the tech industry, be able to go back and put that on your annual check-in with your manager and, speak to your KPI. So it gives you a place to practice leadership and use that in your career. And then also just a space for creating a sense of belonging. Having that sense of belonging really helps you to be reminded that there's so many incredible, talented women in the industry. And when you have that there, you have that support network. And so when you do face bias in the workforce or on your career path, you have a space to check in and be reminded that you do belong or help to externalize it. It's really damaging when bias is internalized as something that you are doing. And one of the things that always stands out for me is a woman who's an executive and involved in the organization. She told me a story about when she was speaking with a French man and he was like, "Oh, I've never had to explain architecture to a woman before." And she was like, "It's the same, please proceed." And that was really easy to externalize. Like there was clear sexism in that statement and she didn't need to say, maybe there's something wrong with me and carry that forward. But if someone says, I just think that you're not going to make the right leader for our organization, or I really think this person's going to make a better leader, even far more subtle things, it's very difficult to unpack those and realize actually we've got all these cultural and societal biases that are playing into this, and it's not actually that you're not going to make a great leader. It's that our society hasn't set us up to see what incredible leader you're going to be.
This episode of IT Visionaries is brought to you by Salesforce. With Salesforce's low-code app dev tools, you can be more efficient, more productive, and save money by reducing development time by up to 90%. Get Salesforce's low-code playbook and increase time to value for your team and your customers. Visit salesforce.com/ITV today.